I forgot to add myself to the stage. Ha ha, it is now an official Maddie stream. I get to do that intro all over again. Hi. There's a plague trucker in the chat. Hello, Zach. How you doing? How you doing, Tier? And we have a lurking ghost dog because he is at work. That's okay. You can lurk as much as you want. As long as you listen, we know you're supporting us. And yes, we had our first major blooper a la moi because my ass forgot to add me to the stage. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Now that that's over with, we also have a Mitch this week.
Good after morning.
And Angela.
Hi there.
And a Zed.
Line 2035, insert greeting here. Sorry.
So as of last week, we have now determined that if we don't like a show, we have the rights in the live chat as well as here on the panel to vote it out of the rotation. Anything voted out of the rotation will not be played on this show ever again. So last week we said hello and goodbye to the Whisperer.
Thank goodness.
Which, yeah.
Thank God.
Will we be saying goodbye to Fibber McGee and Molly? Only time will tell. Okay, according to old wiki here, Fibber McGee and Molly ran from 1935 to 1959. It was a long-time American husband and wife team radio comedy program. The situation comedy was a staple of the NBC Red Network from 1936 on, after originating on NBC Blue. Don't ask me the difference in between the two networks. I'd have to do more research. In 1935, one of the most popular and enduring radio series of its time. It ran as a standalone series from 1935 to 1956, and then continued as a short-form series as part of the Weekend Monitor from 1957 to 1959. The title characters were created and portrayed by Jim and Marion Jordan, a husband and wife team that had been working in radio since the 1920s. Fibber McGee and Molly followed up the Jordans' previous radio sitcom, Smack Out. It featured the misadventures of a working-class couple, habitual storyteller Fibber McGee and his sometimes terse but always loving wife Molly, living among their numerous neighbors and acquaintances in the community of Wistful Vista. As with radio comedies of the era, Fibber McGee and Molly featured an announcer, house band, and a vocal quartet for interludes. At the peak of the show's success in the 1940s, it was adapted into a string of feature films. A 1959 attempt to adapt the series to television with a different cast and new writers was both a critical and commercial failure, which, coupled with Marion Jordan's death shortly after, brought the series to a finish.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, he lied a lot. That's why his name was Fibber. So now, today is episode 3, Hot Dogs and a Blowout.
And a what
Uh-oh.
now?
That just sounds wrong.
No, that's not suggestive at all. Oh no, it's not that music. Oh, I gotta say, this has got to be one of the most boring eras of music ever written.
Wax presents a shining half hour with Rico Martelli's orchestra, Kathleen Wells, Ronnie and Van, and starring those nutty nomads, those two traveling, truth-tripping troubadours, Fibber McGee and Molly. Martelli opens the show with a musical weather report in March winds and April showers, with our Russian rhythm boys, Dustoff and Brightsky, singing the chorus.
Stop that. I feel like I've accidentally landed in the Batmobile. What?
You did say we were going to torture you to some degree this week.
I just wonder when we're going to start the actual show. They're counting for time pretty hard here. They must have. I think during the opening credits they lost some advertisers.
Right?
March winds and April showers. Midway to sweet Mayflower.
Oh my God! It has lyrics.
March winds and April showers, romance will soon be ours, and outdoor paradise for two. With lips like mine, in a thrill divine, I'm so inspired.
Tear, a hot dog and a blowout sounds like a porn title. Yeah.
Make way for happy hours and make
Sounds like what happens after a bad lunch to me.
Somebody thought a vaudeville stage show would make the translation to radio. Someone was wrong.
I won't skip for this intro alone, Tear.
Suddenly I want to shave my dick with a flamethrower.
To be fair, it did say troubadour show, which basically meant music and singing as well as comedy.
There we go.
Bugs Bunny did this so much better.
Welcome to the live studio audience.
Who knows what I
Fibber
feel
McGee and Molly.
on with the show, with the word.
We'd better be stopping for gas, McGee. According to the gauge, we've been running on a dry tank for 21 miles.
That ain't nothing.
Nothing.
Nope. I mind the time I run a motorcycle from Cape Town, Africa to Mongabula, a distance of some 612 miles on a pint of coconut milk. You see, what I done...
Never you mind now. You need to be practicing your dime novels on me, Fibber McGee.
That's why he's called Fibber.
Pull in that station there.
I was just going to... get them brakes.
Hi, folks. Gas?
Ask him if he lets you milk a coconut.
What is she, from Glasgow?
Oh, shucks.
No, it's an
You know, we want
attempt
some
at
gas,
an
you know,
Irish
fellas?
accent.
All right, how much? Fill her up?
Well, no.
Bad
I've heard
attempt
of
at
it.
that
83
Irish
miles.
accent
And
at
how
that.
far from there to
Yeah.
Middletown?
Oh, I'd say about 110. That makes, let's see, 83 and 110. Oh, about 200 altogether.
That's just about what I figured. Give me 2 gallons. Wait a minute. How much is it?
Well, the red gas is 18 and a half cents. The blue gas is 17, and the white gas is 50.
Is that the whitest gas you got?
Mix up a gallon of blue and a gallon of red, mister. Purple
I just heard an activist have a heart
All
attack.
right.
Right.
All right. Hey, I hear there's a circus over in Milltown.
You don't mean to be
Yeah,
telling
that's
me.
why we're going there. I used to own the big elephant they got in the circus there. Name's Myrtle. Myrtle, the gentle giant of the jungle. Real sweet elephant, Myrtle was. Sure.
Tear, why is the husband from the South and his wife from Ireland?
Why should the spirit of Myrtle be proud? Remember?
Because Irish people come to America too.
Something about Myrtle, didn't it?
No.
Well, sir, I brought Myrtle over to this country in 1916. He was just a kid, then. Only 116 years old.
Is that so?
Yep. That's why I want to go see her again. See if that busted leg is healed up okay.
Busted leg? Well, I never heard of an elephant breaking its leg.
First case I ever heard of myself. You see, it was like this here. We was into Wheeling, West Virginia one chilly day with a carnival.
Kind of silly carnival.
Well, sir, the first day we had a street parade.
A parade.
Sure. McGee parade, Myrtle wouldn't step on him.
Say, whose elephant was this? Yes, sir. We had bands, calliope, animal cages, and 47 clowns.
Including yourself.
Including... No.
He really did that one.
Known into the profession as a bull ball.
Yeah, he walked into that one all right.
Now, listen, Molly, if you're
Well,
going to...
well, what happened then, sir?
Well, sir, as I was saying, I always bid on to Myrtle's head on account of because she was kind of nervous and scared. Particular was she scared of mosquitoes and moose.
Moose.
Hi.
Mouses. All elephants are scared of moose. Mouses. Well, sir, there we was. A hooping
Mice,
down
you
the main
idiot.
street there, and right into the main part of town, Myrtle stopped dead into her tracks. She'd have threw me if I hadn't been such a good elephant jockey. Threw the whole parade into a ruckus. Lions was roaring and folks was shouting, and Myrtle, reading the signs, knew they was going to be riots.
I never knew elephants could understand it.
Understand what?
Reading and rioting.
Well, sir, most everybody ran into a movie theater till I could get Myrtle under control.
Oh, was there any damage done?
Only to the truth, mister.
Oh, not much. A candy store was wrecked when Myrtle went through the window. Funny thing, too. On her way through, she had 4 pounds of chocolate caramels, and we had to drill her trunk out next day with a 3-inch reamer. But there wasn't much damage done. fruit stand dumped over, 3 automobiles standing there, and 2 of them got scratched up. The t'other one had Johnson's auto wax onto it.
T'other
I
one.
kind of slipped that one in there, didn't I? But Myrtle's leg was the main thing.
Well, how was her leg injured?
You mean how she come to bust it?
Yeah.
Well, you see, on her way out of the rear of the candy store, she had to go through a pool room.
And that's how she got behind the 8 ball, I suppose.
As I was saying, as she was going through this here pool room, she seen them billiard balls on the table there and give them a kind of a curiosity sniff, just in passing. And, brother, will you believe me? In them innocent little ivory billiard balls laying there,
This is as
she
amusing
recognizes
as a
her cousin Elmer.
sales seminar given by a motivational speaker.
You don't say.
I do say. Well, sir,
And
in
the
revenge for
motivational
Elmer,
speaker,
she
they
gets
gave
the
up on
table
life
with
on
her leg
top of
and
that.
snap.
Oh, you know,
Busted the leg.
he earned his name
You
honest.
mean the cat, McGee?
Ain't no way you do any of this shit.
So that's
I
why we're
think
going
you're
over
the
to Peanut,
funniest
boy.
thing so far, Maddie.
How much owe you?
36 cents. Thank you.
He earned his name honest.
You didn't
That's why he's
expect
called
to
Fibber.
confuse Myrtle
Yep.
in the
I mean,
first
this
place.
is as funny as a chain link fence.
She wasn't confused, boy.
Dear,
Myrtle was just
mouses must be
bubbling
one of those
over with
newfangled words like come on now with
Well,
the
sir,
politics.
as
That's
the
not
parade
allowed in
was
the
going
chat.
down the street, all the folks leaning out of their windows and waving
The
their
problem
hands.
is the
And with
delivery,
all them
Mitch.
palms fluttering
Yeah.
It's
overhead,
actually quite
Myrtle thought
funny.
she was home into her own little
She delivers
jungle
it better.
again.
She delivers her lines better than he delivers his.
Unfortunately, and he's the one telling the jokes.
Yep.
She laughs at her delivery, and I want to go home. Oh, I am home. Oh well.
He got lost on the route and her delivery's right on time.
We've got music. Jesus Christ. This is what sent Ethel Merman over the edge, and when she came out shooting.
Doesn't take this long to change costumes. Come on, people.
What costumes?
On
It's
the
radio.
radio?
Well, you know what I mean.
Doesn't take this long to put in novelty teeth.
Wonder who had bad fish today.
I mean, I've had herpes outbreaks that take less time.
The less we know about that incident, the better.
No, I agree.
Hey, look, I wasn't even going to bring up ring finger.
Man,
Remind me, was that before or after the stomach bug?
though I do have to admit, this might give you a good case of it.
Can we do this? Nope.
This is the worst version of the Chips theme song I've ever heard.
That's the longest musical interlude in a 28-minute show I've ever heard.
Holy crap!
Wow.
You'll hear more about this free offer at the end of the program. And now, we'll take advantage of the fact that Fibber McGee is not in sight to present that smiling little songstress, Miss Kathleen Wells.
Oh, good Lord, here we go. Okay,
I
I'm
was
gonna pause it. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it here because I'm gonna ask this question. Okay.
Mhm.
In the live chat, we got 3 people in the live chat. In the live chat, put a yay for yes to skip it, a nay to keep going and keep torturing. At this particular moment, it's probably all 4 of us on the freaking stream. And because right now I just want to skip this thing and move on to the next one. So that's my vote. How about the 3 of you?
I was kind of curious to see how the music portion would go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Look,
other than that,
I'm
like
curious as to when they'll finish a line and then the music will go da 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 da.
Yeah. I don't
feel
think
like-
that happens.
Oh God!
Yeah, I feel like I've been on hold since 1937. I don't know about the rest of you.
Right?
Hold on, I got to go inhale some butane.
I mean, it's like, you're supposed to be a radio show and you're supposed to say Fibber, McGee, and Molly. So I'm expecting a show with, little bits of music here and there, not mostly music. And then Fibber just telling his bullshit.
It really does seem like it came out of vaudeville in some way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm expecting him to do a dance number, but be completely unaware that it's radio.
Yeah. It's like we're getting a music show with like supposedly comedic interludes instead of the other way around.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
like
think that's what the
Welk with an alleged sense of humor.
given that it's listed as a troubadour show,
Yeah.
I'm actually not at all surprised with how it's gone so far.
Oh no, Zach. Okay, first of all,
Be-
Zach says he couldn't give a shit. This just makes me nostalgic for an era I've never known, nor will never know. It says, besides, I'm knocking a few back after finding out the company I was about to work for hired someone behind my back and never told me.
Oh God.
Oh, Zach,
Oh, Zach, sorry, buddy.
that's some
Oh.
horse crap.
That's the worst, man. Jeez. That's right up there with you training your replacement.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to move over. I think, even though, my chemo brain forgets things, it didn't forget that Tyr once mentioned to me that he likes the adventures of Nero Wolfe. So,
Wow, bright light.
I know, it's loading. So we're going to...
I'm sorry, I get like this if I'm fed after midnight.
Oh, it's
We're
the second
going to
company in a row that's ghosted him. Damn, dude. I hope you have better luck.
Cheers, Gizmo.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the second one that's ghosted him. Sorry about that, dude. Holy crap, man.
Oh,
Now, here
that
we go.
text is really small. What is that? Let's see if I can blow it up some.
All right.
Like I said,
Damn.
I would have judged the show after the music portion
Yeah.
and made my decision because a troubadour show is actually supposed to be mostly music.
Yeah. Kiever,
So-
Kiever Dam was laid off today. Damn,
Oh,
everybody's
man.
just getting some crappy luck.
Yep.
Oof. All right, here's some history about the adventures of Nero Wolfe.
Right.
It is a 1943 to 1944 American radio drama series produced by Hyman Brown and featuring Rex Stout's fictional detective. 3 actors portrayed Nero Wolfe over the course of the series. J.B. Williams starred in its first incarnation beginning April 10th, 1943, on the regional New England network. Santos Ortega assumed the role when the suspense drama moved to ABC on the 5th of July, 1943, and continued as Wolf until sometime in 1944 when he was succeeded by Louis Van Rooten. Archie Goodwin, Wolf's assistant and legman, was played by Joseph Julian and John Gibson. Based on Stout's principal characters, but not his stories, the series ended with the broadcast on July 14th, 1944. So, here we go. Episode 2 of Nero Wolfe, The Careworn Cuff.
Stay tuned for Nero Wolfe.
We are.
Saturday night chimes on NBC mean a full hour of fun with Dennis Day and Judy Canova. Dennis always appears perplexed and bewildered. But one thing that doesn't perplex
Like
him
most
is
of
how
us.
to make a popular ballad come to life in his thrilling tenor voice. And there's music also on the Judy Canova Show, plus comedy in the mischievous Canova manner. That's Judy Canova and Dennis Day, tomorrow night over most NBC stations.
My boss is the smartest and the stubbornest, the fattest and the laziest, the cleverest and the craziest, the most extravagant detective in the world.
You're not giving
Nero
us Bud
Wolfe.
Light.
Okay.
It's the transcribed adventure of The Case of the Careworn Cuff, with that brilliant, eccentric private detective, orchid fancier, and gargantuan gourmet, Nero Wolfe, starring Sidney Greenstreet.
Are they saying careworn cuff as in
Yeah,
shirt
cuff.
sleeve?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 days later, when the music stopped.
No, that was the previous
The
show.
place is Nero Wolfe's office. At
No,
the
the
moment,
previous was
the
6
world's
months.
greatest motionless detective is sitting in the chair which was built especially to support his 300 pounds. His eyes are closed, and he's making sounds through his nose.
He's
You
snoring,
mean he's
you mean?
snoring?
How?
Archie.
Sounds through his nose.
Archie. Archie.
Yes, Mr. Wolf, what is it?
The phone, if you please, Mr. Goodwin.
Well, it's on your desk, only 8 3/4 inches from your left elbow.
Oh, my
All you have
God.
to do is lean forward.
Found it, Archie. What do you think I am, an athlete?
Hello.
8 3/4 inches.
No, wrong
You
number.
don't need that level of detail. For fuck's
Right?
sake.
Sorry, Mr. Wolf, if that old phone awakened you.
Wrong number, and I was
Less
not
than a foot
asleep.
away.
I was merely concentrating.
On what?
Uh-huh.
We're out of work. There's nothing to concentrate on.
My beer.
Escaped your errant attention, Archie. There are other subjects for thought besides murder.
Sure, blondes.
And blonde.
You're right at that. Brunettes.
Phooey.
That's not a nice thing to say about any girl, even if she does happen to be a brunette.
Archie,
Yes, sir?
go away. You annoy me.
Suppose I did. It would get you beer for you.
Fritz,
Tonight happens to be Fritz's night off. However, you can always get your beer for yourself.
don't be an idiot.
There are exactly 23 steps between here and the kitchen.
Oh,
As
fuck
you very
me.
well know, I abominate strenuous physical activity.
23 steps times 2 is 46. You could walk very slow.
Nonsense. Now that you mention it, I happen to be mildly thirsty, Archie. Would you...
Now that I mention it, you'd better let the beer go for the night.
Why?
Our stock is running low.
In case we
Because
didn't know
I've been
when they
careful,
told us
because
he was a
something else
lump
is
in a
also
chair,
running low.
What?
Right.
they're
Money?
reminding us already that he's a lump in a
Sure,
chair.
But very little of
Right.
it is yours. Mr. Wolf, do you remember that batch of orchids you bought last
Like
night?
Stay
trucker
tuned for the
Zach.
next scene where we're told that he's a lump in a chair.
I got
Right.
a magnificent bill for him this
Like
morning.
trucker Zach. Get away from me,
Large,
kid.
it
You
was
bothered me.
large.
Yeah.
Confound it, Archie. I shall have to do some work.
You turned down half a dozen cases in the last few weeks.
One of them may still require me.
Most of them hired other detectives. However, there is a Mr. Wenceslas who might still be in need.
His problem is what?
As I remember, he's being followed by midgets. He wanted you to do something about it. Not that he minded the midgets so much. It was the elephants they were riding.
The man needs a psychiatrist, not a detective. Anyone else?
I can check my files, but I don't think... Aha! Saved by the bell.
Another cliche like that, and I shall
Answer the phone yourself.
assassinate you. See?
Great. Now I got Zach Morris in my head.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Wolf is in. Yes, he'll be in. He
That's
always
it.
is.
Now I have the theme song from Saved
What?
by the Bell stuck in my head. Thanks.
And by the way, damn you both, it's stuck
That
in
was
my
Mr.
head now.
Charles Porter.
Not my fault.
He was in a hurry. He's on
I'm
his way over
combating
right
it
now.
by
He'll be here in
imagining
10 minutes.
Elizabeth Berkley in that Showgirl movie.
$1,000 worth of prospective client.
Splendid.
that-
You know, the one with the boobies.
Okay, but
Uh-huh.
look, I'm not sure
The
you're
one that
going to
Bill
accept
Clinton
the
almost
offer.
made a national
Indeed,
holiday.
what does he want me
Yeah.
to do for his paltry
Oh,
fee?
sorry,
That's
sorry,
the
sorry.
point. If I heard him right, he wants you to do nothing.
Sounds right up his alley.
Right? But the only time he gets out of his chair is to tend to his orchids.
I want a pizza.
Mr. Porter?
Orchids
Naturally, I'm
are
Charles
the
Porter.
perfect
Who else
plant
would I
for
be?
him.
The large
They don't
field.
want
Never
tending.
mind. Come on in. I'm Archie Goodwin.
Where is Wolf?
Mr. Wolf is in here.
Mr. Wolf is in here.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Fat, aren't
Put them in
Hey.
the bathroom or by the
Moderately
kitchen
noticeable.
sink and they'll thrive.
Your chair for Mr. Porter.
Don't bother. I'm too impatient to sit. When I have
You're a
business to
wolf.
take
Sounds
care
like
of,
he's
I
got the
take care of
COPD.
it quickly.
Very well.
Send him out of the room.
Mr. Goodwin, nonsense. He's my assistant. He remains.
I don't like it.
Archie, show Mr. Porter out.
Now, wait. There's no need to get temperamental. Perhaps I'm a little abrupt.
Rude
I'm a worried man.
and impatient. You're wasting time, Mr. Porter.
I suppose I am. The reason
So
I
he's
came
impatient, but
to you... Young man,
okay, never mind.
what are you doing with that notebook?
Getting ready
Yeah,
to
I was
make
gonna
marks in
say,
it.
Maddie.
Oh, never mind. Mr. Wolf, you have a client named Dorothy Spencer.
What are you doing with that notebook? I'm building a
I
skyscraper.
happen to know.
Right.
You know.
The fuck you think I'm
I
doing
want you
with
to
it?
drop her.
I'm sketching the
Okay.
Mona Lisa. over
Used to
here.
handle a case. Close the books on her. You know what I mean.
Why should I?
The girl has no money. I have.
It doesn't answer my question.
Perhaps this will.
Appear to be a small package of dollar bills.
It happens to be $1,000.
Archie, will you?
I will. It is $1,000.
Wow,
Thank
you
you.
counted that
Mr.
really
Porter.
fast.
Yes?
I was
You're
gonna say
paying me
that.
$1,000 in order that I refuse to act for Miss Spencer. Nothing more.
That's right.
What does she suspect you of?
I said nothing about. Well, that is.
Uh-huh.
You must know that as well as I do.
Possibly, and nevertheless, what does she suspect you of?
Being a blackmailer.
Whereas your occupation really is?
I'm a musician. Pianist. I'm appearing nightly at the Windsor Hotel.
Archie, have you made out a receipt for Mr. Porter?
Yep.
Give it to him and show him to the door.
Okay. Mr. Porter?
Mr. Wolf, I want your assurance that the entire affair is definitely finished.
My association with Miss Spencer, you mean? You have my assurance that it is. You will forgive a classical illusion. The carver.
Thank you. Good night.
$1,000 to do absolutely jack crap.
I have a secret about Mr. Porter. He
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Back then it was
Come,
basically a
Perkin,
million.
More important, his right coat cuff is more worn than his left cuff. And the carver happens to be a musical term meaning start again from the beginning.
Oh, Porter thought it'd been finished.
Therefore, Mr. Porter is a liar. His ignorance of common musical term indicates that he's not a musician. The worn right coat cuff, that he is an office worker.
That's kind of leaping to a deduction. But even if Porter's a liar, Mr. Wolf, there is something else. He paid you $1,000 to drop a client named Dorothy Spencer. Mr. Wolf, you never had a client with that name.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, that's that. Dorothy Spencer is not in. Anyway, she's not answering her phone. Mr. Wolf, I said...
I know what you said.
That a comment?
I'm worried. Mr. Porter may have assumed erroneously that Dorothy Spencer had employed or was intending to employ me. That does not explain why he lied about his occupation.
Maybe he didn't lie. After all, your deductions could be wrong.
Phooey.
Okay. Take care of that right now. I'm phoning her. Hello, Windsor Hotel? Get me the manager's office. Thanks. Could you tell me if a Charles Porter plays the piano at... Uh-huh. She sounds blonde.
How do you
I
sound
see.
blonde?
Thanks a lot. What do you do after work?
Yes. People can tell each other's hair colors over the
go on.
phone in the past.
She goes home and beats her
What
husband.
in the world?
Well, Porter.
Blondes tended
Bad
to
news.
talk
He does
with
play the
that
piano at the
transatlantic
Windsor in the move room.
accent
So where does
in a
that
very
leave your deductions?
high-pitched nasal
Untucked,
voice.
of course. Let me think. Yes,
They
naturally.
thought it was cute
Naturally what?
and
I
classy.
came to the conclusion that Mr. Porter was an office worker. We have just discovered that Mr. Porter is not an office worker, therefore...
You were wrong.
I am
Believe
never
it or not,
wrong.
it was a thing that
Therefore, the
actually
man who
happened.
was here is not Charles Porter.
Mr. Wolf, do you think a man of your weight should climb out on a limb like that?
Fiddlesticks. Look up Porter in the phone book and call him.
Okay. Take a second. Archie, the phone company's best friend. Yep, here he is. What do I ask him?
There'll be no need to ask Mr. Porter anything. Just phone.
You're the boss. Yeah. Have to say something.
You mean use the phone that's 8 3/4 inches from your elbow, Mr. Wolf? Oh.
Hello. I'd like to speak to Charles Porter. So would you. Who's... Oh, Stebbins, huh? Yeah, that's right, Archie. Oh.
Oh.
No, don't bother why I called. It's a coincidence. Goodbye. You know who that was?
No.
That was Sergeant Stebbins, Sergeant Pearlie Stebbins. I might add, as though you didn't know, that Stebbins happens to be a sergeant in homicide.
Indeed.
You expected this.
I still don't know what your conversation was about.
It was about Charles Porter, who maybe was a liar, but who isn't going to tell any more lies on account of he was just shot to death.
Yeah, that will kind of prevent you from fibbing anymore.
Yeah.
Is there anything else here, like a scratching from the recording or something?
Sorry, that's me.
Well, if it ain't Archie
Okay.
Goodwin.
I was.
Goodwin.
Thank you,
I didn't
Sergeant
realize
Stebbins.
that me filing
been
my nails was
expecting
coming
you.
through a
Sweetie,
microphone.
is that first?
That's funny.
Oh man,
Why did you phone?
I gave you an
Right foot cuff,
opening
worn
to
out to
say
his
it
left.
was.
So for that, you
the
had to
show.
kill him?
No, actually,
Yeah,
I killed
whoopsie.
him because he didn't
Okay.
know his duck apple. Hey.
Yeah, hey. He don't look good anymore, eh? Guys who stop bullets with their face never look good.
Burley, you've been robbed.
I did.
That corpse is.
And if it's a big enough bullet, they just go to
Now,
pieces.
Relax, Goodwin, relax. His fingerprints were on file and they checked. His girlfriend says he's Porter. If he could get up and talk, he'd tell you he was Porter. And what makes you think he isn't?
Well, because when he visited us earlier tonight, he looked different. Not much, but... You said girlfriend?
Yes, I said girlfriend. She's in the next room mopping up. She kind of broke down when we brought her here.
You brought her here. Now, don't tell me what her name is.
Why shouldn't I? It's Spencer. Dorothy Spencer.
Ooh, that's what I was afraid of.
Sergeant, Oh.
Ignore him. He comes with the woodwork.
His name is Goodwin, Miss Spencer. Archie Goodwin. Find what you were looking for?
What I was looking...
Somebody's gone through this place like a minor league hurricane. You?
What business is it of
Of
yours?
mine? None, maybe. On the other hand, Nero Wolf might have other ideas. Matter of fact, I'm sure he'd have. Miss Spencer, why don't you go see him? The address is 601 West 35th Street.
I don't see why.
You want your boyfriend's murderer found, don't you?
Now listen, Goodwin, the police are working on this.
Sure, they'll see to it nobody harms a corpse. Goodbye, Miss Spencer. Don't forget that address, 601 West 35th Street. Believe it or not, you used to be a client of ours. Oh, Mr. Wolf, you're getting to be so brilliant, it's boring.
Boy. That is,
All right, tonight you deserve it. I'll get you another can of beer. But this is the last one. What's your promise to do some exercise, like maybe standing up and sitting down 5 minutes a day?
Thank you. Why should I indulge in such idiotic behavior?
Well, after a while, you might be able to see your shoes.
I've already seen them.
Oh, that was 20 years ago. Things have changed. No more buttons. Hey, that must be Dorothy's face.
She's undoubtedly young and beautiful.
You deduced that from the way she pressed the buzzer?
I deduced that from the gleam in your eye, Bob.
Now, Archie,
Bob,
I have
all
a
you want,
question.
I'm gonna keep
Are
that
you his
green
assistant
shining.
or his heckler?
Heckler.
Heckler.
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf.
This is a good show, though. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
The fat jokes are excessive, but
You will forgive me not writing. It is due to a necessary
Sound like he's calling him
conservation
Chunko.
of energy rather than rudeness.
Not
I was
yet.
going to say at least they're cleverly done.
You are, Miss Spencer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now then, Miss Spencer, have the police found anything but dust in Mr. Porter's
Come on, Detective Wobble Slub.
No.
You were engaged to Mr. Porter?
I was.
Ghost Hog says
The
he's
ring you're
both.
wearing, he gave it you?
Both the assistant and the
Yes,
heckler.
Well, all right. Here.
Thank
The
you.
heckling assistant
Expensive.
should be a new title.
Very expensive.
Nowadays, you
Hand it
heckle
back.
your boss, you lose your job.
Miss Spencer, why are you marrying
Oh my
Charles
gosh!
Porter?
Right.
I love him.
Oy.
Tear, I love
Mr.
Nero
Porter,
Wolf and
according
Archie.
to
That's
our
why I played this
description,
one
was twice
particularly
your
today,
age,
dear.
and
If you
considerably
tell me when your
less than half
birthday
the
is, if it
faculty.
falls on or near a
Love
Monday,
may
we'll do
perhaps be
a whole
blind,
show of
but
nothing but
not
Nero Wolf.
astigmatic.
I don't know what you mean.
What were you searching for under the nose of the police?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
How did your fiancé earn his money?
He played the piano at the...
Oy, what he earned there in a year wouldn't begin to pay for the ring he gave you.
Phooey.
Like to try again?
Marsh, sir.
I don't know how he made his money.
I suggest that you do. I suggest that he earned money by the same method that he induced you to consider marrying him. Blackmail. Why
He
was
sold
blackmailing
food
you?
and snacks to Detective
Old letters I'd
Blubbernut.
written when I was too young to know any better.
Your motives for murdering Porter would be twofold then. Recovery of blackmail material and the avoidance of marriage to a man you dislike.
I didn't kill Charles.
Your doorbell, Archie. Get Miss Spencer into the kitchen. Once. Must be the police.
Yeah, let's go, Miss Spencer. Right through that door.
And stay there until I call you. Front door,
Must
Archie.
be terrible to have to hire
I
a
know Dorothy
groundskeeper
Spencer's
to
here.
bathe.
Do nothing.
Right.
A simple role for you to play.
I haven't got time to resent that insult right now,
Yeah,
but wait
just take
till
him
the
out
next
to
time
an
you have a
orphan's
collar
orchid
button.
garden and hose him
Don't
down.
have time to resent that insult.
How is the homicide spot? Where's Wolf? Big surprise. He's
That
sitting.
is a great line.
Mr. Wolf,
Good evening, Inspector.
where's Dorothy Spencer?
This is not the Bureau of Missing Persons.
The district attorney would like to talk to her.
I shall tell her so the next time we meet.
Yeah, that could be right now. She's in this house.
I don't see her.
Mind if I look around for
Here,
myself?
get her to
You
the
have a
kitchen
search
and make me a
warrant? Of
sandwich.
It so happens, no, but...
How are you going to hold that
Archie,
sandwich? You're just a skull with
Okay,
a
I'm leaving.
deep cut for a
I suppose by
hat.
the time I get back with a warrant, she'll be in
He's
Hoboken.
been recently transmogrified into a cat, so I don't know how he's
Look,
going to hold
Wolf,
it
you
either
can
way.
go too far.
One of these days, you won't be able to talk yourself out of it.
Oh, he recently chased a new cat. Well, get him some tuna.
Trail
Anyway.
me to the door, Goodwin, to show what a good detective you are.
Ooh, Inspector Kramer doesn't love us anymore.
Unfortunately. Archie, take Miss Spencer to a respectable hotel. Register her under an assumed name. She is to stay there until notified otherwise. Luckily, the good inspector neglected to inform us that she was the leading suspect in a murder case. Hence, we're not accessories after the fact, and I don't want her arrested for murder as yet.
Her beauty has won you over.
Oh, you will then return here immediately.
Okay. What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
Archie, shall be thinking.
He's going to be swimming in lasagna.
Yes, Garfield. Oh, he's making those noises with his nose again.
Archie?
No. No, not Archie.
Yes,
Our
Sinus Morse
patient
code.
and non-musical friend came in through the window. How are you, Mr. Not Porter, of course?
Where's the girl?
Question is beginning to bore me. I don't know.
I think she's here.
So did the police. I might add that they were slightly closer to the truth. Incidentally, what makes you think she was Porter's accomplice?
She must have been.
Nonsense, she wasn't. Porter was blackmailing her. Just as he was blackmailing you. In her case, it was letters. In yours, a previous criminal record, perhaps, that your employers might be interested in.
I want to know where she is. Maybe this would help you remember.
Good heavens, don't point a
Is this
pistol
supposed
at
to be?
me.
For a split second there, it almost sounded Latino, and then he just fucked
Ah, the police, I should think, opened the door for them like a good fellow.
Oh, no. I'm leaving.
Oh, stop
I don't
asking
find that
questions
girl.
you all don't
I'll
want
be back.
answers to, and I was a cat before I was Sir Nigel
Knock the
Winterbotham,
blasted thing down if it isn't
Pussykins
open.
from the Starford Pussykins.
All right, well, I've got
All right.
the one.
Oh, so
Okay,
they're
anything you
fine
say,
tooth
pussykins. Anyway.
By the way, Inspector.
All right, boys, come to the
Oh,
house.
my.
Yeah, what did you want?
As your men go through the house, will you have one of them shut the back window? I've just had a burglar, and I suspect he left it open. Unless the matter is attended to, the house might be filled with fresh air.
Yeah, what's the matter with that?
Fresh air, deadly poison. It clogs the lungs. And may I point out that the warrant you're clutching in your hot little hand is not a lease
He
on
has
the
some
house.
issues.
Finish your search
Wait a-
quickly, if you please, and then...
He's a lazy
Why
shit.
not try Hobo?
Well, hello, Nomad.
Hi, Nomad.
Ooh,
So I
he
just
was
missed
just
the inspector,
downsized
huh?
from his company
did?
after
That I
28
can
years. Boy, there's
stand.
a lot of that going
I'm
around.
sorry about the burglary.
Oh, God.
Perhaps we can
Oh,
arrange to have you
fun.
meet him in the morning.
He left his calling card with name and address on it?
He dropped his handkerchief here on my desk.
Oh. It's a handkerchief.
It smells.
So it does. But,
All of our unknown friends' clothes carry the odor. Therefore,
yeah?
you will go out immediately to the nearest drugstore, buy a specimen of every cake of soap manufactured in this country.
Okay. That's going to be a long afternoon.
Yep.
A lot of talk from somebody who
Mr.
always
Wolf?
broke.
You still? No.
I never realized just how many different brands of soap are made in this country.
You should listen to the radio more often.
So far, we've sniffed at 37 cakes. None of them smell like porter.
Well, you hear about the blue coal.
38.
Yeah.
Hey, let me have it, Archie. Yes, the soap. Ah, it's labeled orchid ovals. I should say basically mislabeled. Orchids have no odor. Our task for the evening is finished.
Why? All we know is the guy washes with a basely mislabeled soap.
No, the odor would not have been so persistent in that case. Unquestionably, our visitor works for a soap company that makes orchid ovals. Every employee of a plant in which perfume in large quantities is used inevitably carries the odor on his clothes.
Oh. And you already deduced he works in an office. Uh-huh. I go see him in the morning?
You do?
You know, Mr. Wolf, what with hiring rooms for girls and paying visits to a perfume factory, I'm beginning to feel like a maiden aunt.
No one would ever mistake you for a maiden aunt, Archie.
Thanks. Is that another deduction?
Maiden aunts rarely need a shave.
Wolf. Good morning. One moment, please. Oh, can I do anything for you, sir?
Yeah. That is, let's postpone that question and slip in another one. I'm looking for one of your office people.
Oh, God.
In his 40s, 5'10", brown
Lord.
hair and eyes, speaks in a sharp, thick voice.
He owes
and-
you money, too.
Who owes me money?
Mr. Wheeler, the man you were describing. He owes everybody money, in spite of the fact that he's office manager and makes lots and lots of money. How much does he owe you?
Oh, not an awful lot. It won't break me if I don't get it. Is he in yet?
Well, he was, but he went home. He was sort of sick.
Sort of.
He got a phone call from somebody and rushed out.
Too bad. Well, I better scram.
Well, you didn't answer my question yet. I'm off at 5. My name's Gwen.
Goodbye.
That's good. You just avoided an itch.
Oh, shit.
Stay tuned for.
You didn't answer my question yet. I'm off at 5. My
Holy
name's
crap,
Gwen.
that was luck.
Wolf speaking.
Archie here. Unknown's name is Wheeler. He left the office this morning sick after he got a mysterious phone call.
That probably. Get to Dorothy Spencer at once and bring her here.
Right. I'm at Wheeler's house now. Thought I'd better check. His wife's here, too.
Blonde?
Uh-oh.
How could you tell?
Fatuous smirk in your voice. Get out of there fast and don't stop to console Mrs. Wheeler.
Room 909. Miss Dorothy Spencer.
Dave's not
Nobody
here.
Shut that door behind you, Goodwin.
Never mind pulling triggers. I'll shut it.
Oh, Archie.
I would prefer silence. Keep your hands high, Goodwin.
It's unhealthy. All the blood had run into my head.
Archie, he murdered Charles.
He did. Tut, Mr. Wheeler. You really shouldn't have. It's against the law.
Get into the bathroom, both of you.
I already shaved.
I phoned him. I thought maybe he had my letters.
Porter couldn't keep his mouth shut about his other
He
victims.
was going to force Dorothy to marry him. Did you find his material, Wheeler?
Yes, in an office. He read it as a front. It's all burned.
And why all the melodrama?
You know about me, so does she. I can't trust anyone. Get into the bathroom, I said.
Look, let's not lose our heads about this.
Get moving, Goodwin.
I like it here.
All right, then. Here is where you'll get it.
Hey, wait a minute. Something's wrong. I got shot and Wheeler fell down.
I shot him, Goodwin.
Stebbins. Dear Sergeant Stebbins. Oh, you little flat-footed angel.
It's lucky for you my flat feet got staked
But
out.
boss,
here in
she's a
town.
potential widow and she'll be needing some consoling.
Indeed.
I don't believe this. You had it all figured out?
Well, not exactly. Well, that is...
Anybody else have this picture in their head of the shots going off and then him kind of patting himself, figuring out why he didn't get shot?
Hey, you're not
Yeah.
kidding.
Okay. Just
What are you laughing
making
about?
sure it just wasn't me.
The wolf wasn't sure whether you'd need
I'm
rescuing from
literally
Wheeler
just
or...
like
Stop killing
listening
yourself
to an
with your own
episode of
jokes.
Jake and the
or
Fat
whether
Man.
Miss Spencer would need rescuing from you.
Get a little inspiration for that.
I absolutely love that show. This is great. Thank you, Tier.
You've been a very foolish young woman, Miss Spencer. I suggest that in the future you exercise
Fortunately, there are
more
only
care in
25
your
episodes.
correspondence.
Oh, I shall, Mr. Wolf, but how can I ever thank you?
Well, one way would be to listen wide-eyed while he explains how he solved the case.
I have no intention.
Oh, come on, Mr. Wolf. Stop stalling.
Please, Mr. Wolf.
Well, I'd be very happy to. As a matter of fact, I'd like to see anyone try to stop me.
Uh-huh.
A man came to me, offered me $1,000 to drop a client I didn't have. Why? Because obviously he wished to direct my attention to that client.
Me.
You, Miss Spencer. Now then, he identified himself as Charles Porter, a musician. But I tested him and discovered that he knew nothing of music.
The da capo routine.
Precisely. Therefore, he was an imposter.
So he's a pop star.
His purpose?
Yeah?
To indicate by no means subtly that enmity existed between Porter and Dorothy Spencer.
Huh?
Thus, when Porter was found murdered, I would presumably be convinced that Dorothy Spencer, balked in her effort to enlist my aid against Porter, had resorted to most foul and bloody murder.
Most foul and bloody murder is very fancy, Dorothy. Shows he likes you.
I thereupon asked myself, why should an unknown seek to convince me that Dorothy Spencer was Porter's murderer?
And you answered yourself?
One reason only, because he himself intended to murder Porter, as he did. For which peccadillo he has, thanks to Sergeant Stebbins' accuracy with a revolver, already paid with his own life. Quodiat demonstrandum.
Latin for that's what you wanted to know.
I think you're wonderful, Mr. Wolf, and I'm going to
Be careful.
kiss you.
Archie, Miss Spencer is a very dangerous young woman.
Today I feel brave.
Do you, Archie?
Very brave. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Let's do it together.
Bah.
Oh, is that Mr. Wolf?
I said bah. Would you very much mind conducting your romance elsewhere?
I would not.
And do so at once. I have a very important matter to attend to.
Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye.
Night, sir.
Also known as you kids go out and have a good time.
Yes.
Just not too good of a time. I don't want you coming back with an itch.
I'm just going back to sleep. And there it ends an episode of the Adventures of Nero Wolf.
That was fun.
An episode of Nearly Awake.
Right? At the top of the live chat, you will see a pinned comment. This is a link to the support page of my website with the many, many ways you can support me, from merch to buying my novel. Hint, 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 hint. To giving me a tip or supporting me monthly on Patreon. And seeing how this is the part of the stream where everybody gets to show themselves. Mitch, what you got going on, dude?
Oh, well, you know, tonight at what o'clock? 11 o'clock Eastern. Shit, I got to open the actual stream.
Ah, you were supposed to have these ready.
I
Already, dude.
Here, someone else go while I futz around. Go get him, Angela.
All right, Angela.
All right. As most of you know, I am in the middle of the launch of a brand new business, a Arriaga bookkeeping. Unfortunately, I'm still searching for clients, which means that I do need a little bit of help with my GoFundMe. If you could donate, share, send it to Santa Claus. I don't know. Anything you can do to help is greatly appreciated. I did miss I'm still $55 short of my goal for this month. But hey, I am amazingly blessed by everybody who's donated so far. Just a little bit further to go, and I will actually be on my way. Thank you.
No, all right.
And as always, if you cannot contribute monetarily, don't forget to share it on your socials, and somebody may find it who can. And let's see. Hey, Zed, you got a link to put in the chat?
I do. I just don't know how to follow. I'm this close to my goal to make my dream come true, and I'm a little apprehensive about posting the link to my tip jar. I'm gonna just do that anyway, just to get that out there.
All right. And now take two for Mr. Mitchley.
Right. So tonight we've got 11 p.m. Eastern. We've got Minions of the Zoo in Space, where a pack of us talk about whatever's happening while playing Star Trek Online in the background. And then on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we will have yet another episode of Never Watch Alone. This week we're watching a movie called, this is a TV movie, by the way. It's called At the Earth's Core. It's a cheesy movie, and we intend to bring crackers.
Yes. Wise crackers.
Very wise.
Sorry.
A little too wise.
And as always, if you wish to request a show to be played, I do take requests. You can either DM me on Twitter or through Discord. If you want a priority request, all you got to do is tip the stream or become a member. If you do that, then I get to play your favorite show from first episode to last episode, as I am currently doing with Ghost Dogs The Shadow. Because that is my way of saying thanks for your support. And now that I sounded like Bartles and James,
Hey, those were a couple of cool old guys, man.
yeah, they were.
I don't think any of us remember those commercials.
And we thank you for your support. All right, here we go. The Green Hornet is an American radio adventure series that debuted in 1936 and introduced the character of the Green Hornet, a masked vigilante. The series originated on the 31st of January, 1936 on WXYZ. Wow. The same local Detroit station that originated its companion shows, The Lone Ranger and The Challenge of the Yukon. Beginning April 12, 1938, the station supplied the series to the Mutual Broadcasting System radio network, and then to NBC Blue and its successors, the Blue Network and ABC Network, from November 16, 1939 through September 8, 1950. It returned from September 10th to December 5th, 1952. It was sponsored by General Mills from January to August 1948 and by Orange Crush in its brief 1952 run. That tells you how old that soda is. Distinguished by its use of classical music for themes for bridges between scenes, The Green Hornet was one of radio's best known and most distinctive juvenile adventure shows. The series detailed the adventures of Britt Reed, debonair newspaper publisher by day, crime-fighting masked hero at night. And today's episode of The Green Hornet is Trouble Hits the Trolleys.
He
In
seems
this
kind of
drama
like
are
a
fictitious.
jerk in the last
Any
episode.
similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Oh, what?
Yeah, big pig mosquitoes. I don't know if the trolley crashed or if that was a bad musical transition.
Right, me either.
Clarion, streetcar accident. 50 passengers in panic. Clarion,
That was a streetcar accident, so we did
Oh,
hear
okay.
that.
That answers
Some
that.
story in the Clarion, ain't it, mister? About the streetcar.
Yeah, I know all about it.
Yeah, but was
Kid, why don't you
his
post the
name
Daily
Desire?
Sentinel instead of the Clarion?
Huh?
You're selling
Oh,
both of them, aren't you?
Sure, but that don't matter.
Sentinel's got a better story
Nah,
than the
the
Clarion ever
streetcar
had.
named
No, it ain't.
Jennifer.
Don't tell me, Sonny. I phoned it in myself. It's all over the front
I
page.
was thinking
Yeah, but it
it
ain't as
was
good as the
Lucille.
Clarion story.
Now,
Find
listen,
time
Well,
for her
take a
to
look
leave.
if you don't believe me. There's a
Well, you
Sentinel
don't
right
phone in your
here.
performance, sir.
Well, I'll be... Hey, taxi! Taxi!
Clarion, streetcar accident.
Look at that. Selling 3 Clarions to every one of ours. The Daily Sentinel office. Step on it. A fine yarn this is. Why didn't we give it an 8-column head like the Clarion? And I don't even rate a byline. Yeah, sometimes I figure maybe I'm working for the wrong outfit. Oh, this is a headline. Accident delays streetcar service. There. Say, what's the matter with this taxi? I can make better time walking.
Get out. Yep.
Here's the Sentinel story, that streetcar business.
Nothing like the Clarions, Mr. Reed.
In case the Clarion isn't happy unless it can be sensational. As long as I'm publisher of this paper, I'm not going to color any story to gain circulation. A lot of readers may want lurid yellow journalism, but they won't get it from the Sentinel.
I bet Lowry will be burned up, Mr. Reed.
Lowry? Why?
I imagine he expected a byline on this.
Bylines are reserved for scoops or special features. Every paper in town covered this. Lowry knows that.
He ought to.
Lowry's one of the best reporters in the game, Miss Case. But once in a while, he lets his nose for news carry him to extremes.
Well, I guess every reporter looks for sensation.
Miss Case, there's something behind these accidents that doesn't strike me as being on the level.
Well, I did notice that there weren't any until about the last month or so.
Just when this man Fisher starts a campaign to operate buses in place of the streetcars.
Hey, Mr. Reed, I didn't notice that.
What's going on around here, Casey? The Clarion's beating us 3 for 1. Oh, hello, Mr. Reed.
On the streetcar story, is that it, Larry?
Well, yeah, that's it, boss. Of course, I know there weren't any passengers injured, and there was no real damage to speak of.
Sentinel said that, Larry.
Well, I guess the Clarion stretched the truth a little.
A little. They called it a panic.
Any sign of panic that you saw, Larry?
No, one dame fainted when the door jammed, that's all.
The Clarion would call a bargain sale at a dress counter a panic.
But look, boss, I don't usually go out on a limb this way about a small-time accident. Only with that battle about the bus franchise coming up before the city council, this stuff is new.
Not the way you think, Larry.
Huh?
You recognize the name Fisher?
The guy who's angling for the bus franchise?
What's your opinion of him?
Offhand, I don't like him.
That's the feeling of most people.
Nothing's ever been proved against him, has it, Mr. Reed?
Enormous case. He's very clever.
He may get his buses.
Yes, Larry. A month ago, the city council would have laughed at his demand.
They're not laughing now.
Yeah, but don't you get it? Doesn't it strike you as odd that the streetcar lines should start running into trouble right when Fisher starts his campaign?
One more accident and he'll get that franchise.
Say, I must have been wearing blinders not to see it before. It's as plain as the nose on my face.
Plainer, if possible.
Larry, I want to find out what's going on.
You and me both, boss.
If Fisher's responsible for the trouble the trolleys have been having, the Sentinel wants to know it.
Okay, I'll start digging up dope on
like
Fisher.
There he goes,
that
who he
might have
sees, what he
been
does,
a,
everything. Make it good and you get that byline.
Right.
And
Have these people taken a breath since they started speaking?
I don't think so.
I know. I feel like I'm
Get the
exhausted now.
district attorney and put the call through to Mr. Reed's wire. You still around, Raleigh?
Casey?
That
There's
reminds
one
me
thing
of
that
the guy
burns
in
me
the
up.
old
Do
FedEx.
tell, because you didn't get a byline.
No, it's the Clarion. Selling 3 papers to wire 1. It isn't right.
The Sentinel could use a scoop, Lowry.
You're telling me. The next time trouble hits the trolleys, all I wish for is that Fisher's in the middle of it.
The middle of the wreck?
No,
Here,
pal,
please
the
stop
middle of the
talking over
story.
top each other and take a breath.
I know. Fisher's too smart. But you heard the boss. I'm going after him anyway.
Gentlemen, it's oxygen. It's good for
Not
you.
a soul
Breathe!
suspects those accidents weren't genuine.
And what more do you
Oh my
want?
God,
What do
even
you-
the
what-
City
transition
council
stepped on
already has my
somebody's line.
report. Those reports aren't strong enough.
Listen, Fisher, there's a limit.
When the limit is reached, I'm the one who'll call a halt, Grady, not you.
Now, hold
The
on.
city council will never act on reports like yours.
If you want stronger reports, you've got to have tougher accidents.
You're the city inspector, aren't you?
Sure.
Then fake those reports.
There's a limit to what I can fake, Fisher. When
Hello?
the door jams, I can't make it look like a smack-up. If the brakes stick, I can't say there ain't no brakes at all.
Why not?
Too many people can check up on me, that's why.
That bus franchise is going through, Grady. I don't care how.
That's your business.
And yours. If you want any dough from me, you'll see that.
Yeah? I get this, Fisher. I'm in with you, sure. I can use a cut of the gravy you're heading for, same as anyone else. I'm making my reports as strong as possible without no one getting wise, see?
You better.
Now, you get that man of yours in the car barns to do a job on one of those streetcars so it'll really crack up.
And what?
I'll turn in a report that will spell ruin for the streetcar company just like that.
Wow.
You'll be in, Fisher.
The ones we have aren't strong enough, huh?
You'd be taking a chance. Fix another accident and you can't miss.
In that case, I might as well make sure.
Now you're
I'm
talking.
gonna fix
Get
an
in touch with
accident.
my man at once.
That way I can't
This
lie.
time there'll be plenty for you and a district attorney, too.
You can't go in there.
I am in, sister.
By what right are you...
Sorry to bust in like this, Mr. Fisher, but I had a deadline to meet.
Oh, you're a reporter. And it's different. Have a chair.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, nice place you got here, Mr. Fisher. Wish the Daily Sentinel would do as well by us. The Daily Sentinel? I think maybe I'll be on my way. Hey, if I'm interrupting something. No, not at all. Goodbye, Fisher.
The guy sure was in a hurry. He had an engagement.
Isn't he Grady, the city inspector?
Who?
Grady. Works for the city.
No, just a friend of mine. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. What did you say your name was?
I didn't say, but it's Lowry.
Oh, yes, Lowry, with the Daily Sentinel. Say, what happened to you boys on that streetcar story?
We had it.
The Clarion played it up big.
It wasn't important enough.
Not important. Think how many people ride on those streetcars.
A lot.
The lives of hundreds, thousands of people may be in constant danger, and you call it unimportant.
Get off the soapbox, Fisher. Everyone knows your angle.
Of course they do. I want my bus franchise to go through because the streetcar line is mismanaged, antedated, and a menace to the citizens of this city.
Buses are better, huh?
Much better. There's no comparison. Now, why don't the Sentinel get smart and help in my campaign?
Like the Clarion, huh?
Exactly. How about it, Lowry?
How about what?
You're in a position to do me some good, Lowry.
You mean a nice little follow-up story on the streetcar accident? Placing the blame on the management of the company?
That's the idea.
Or maybe an editorial?
Sure.
Dear, nothing suspicious
Who
going
knows,
on
I
here.
might be
I'm
able to
going
do
to
a favor
abruptly
for
leave
you
before I
in
say
return.
something
Sounds pretty
incriminating.
nice.
Sure it is.
I'm
I knew as soon as you came in the door,
going
you
to
were a
abruptly leave
smart
before
guy.
someone steps on my line.
What do you say?
Right?
Why, you chiseling lying crook. You no good scheming grafter.
Now, see here.
You see here. Try to bribe me, will you? Bribe a reporter. If you weren't smaller than me, I'd plaster you flatter than that rug.
Get out of my office.
It's a pleasure. And get this, Fisher. The Sentinel is going after you with both barrels. If this bus franchise of yours is as phony as you are, then all I hope is I'm the guy who writes it up. Boy, oh boy, will I scorch you.
That two-pint reporter talking to me that way. After I get through with
I
that
am the one who
streetcar
told-
company, there won't be enough left. Brian, you know who this is? I want you and that Willa to get busy. And that's right. Make it a real crack-up this time. The worst the streetcars ever had. Atwell.
Distract the driver with a
What do you
trumpet.
want, Moran? Put down that wrench. We got a job to do. You mean for... Never mind the name. What's the next car going out?
Number 618, right over there.
Okay. Come on.
What's it going to be this time? The brakes? Another jam door?
Open your lip and get moving. We're getting twice as much dough for this one. We're giving it the works.
Can you tell me where I get the streetcar for Parsons Avenue, officer?
Right here, lady, at the bottom of this hill.
Thank you.
And that's her now, just starting down the hill.
It's coming awfully fast.
Hey, look at that trolley. Why don't he stop? He's out of control. He's heading this way. Look out, it's going to crash!
My report of the streetcar accident shows that the cause of the crash was faulty safety equipment. There is definite evidence of criminal negligence on the part of the streetcar company. Signed, Grady, City Inspector.
The City Council hereby calls a special meeting to vote on the bus franchise. Signed, Hopkins, Chairman of the City Council.
As District Attorney for this city, I am indicting the officials of the streetcar company for criminal negligence resulting in injury to passengers. Signed, Martin, District Attorney.
That was rather redundant in that statement, wasn't it?
Just a little.
District Attorney proves streetcar crash. City Council report on bus franchise.
Extra, read all about it.
Are they going to play the Flight of the Valkyries or not?
Right. Ding, ding, ding goes the trolley. Crash, crash, crash
Boss,
goes
I
the
went over the whole
car.
setup with a fine-tooth comb. There's not a single string leading to Fisher.
What about Grady?
Not a thing.
Calling on Fisher while you were there?
Oh, I knew it was him, but he's in the clear. His report on the crack-up has been checked and double-checked.
And if he wants to place the blame squarely on the streetcar officials, who's to stop him?
Those two new men in the car barns, you got anything on them?
Hardly.
Moran and Atwell?
You said they're spending money freely. Did they explain it?
Yeah, claimed they wanted betting on a horse.
Try to check up
He
on
does
that.
sound like less of a douche nozzle in this episode.
I hate to say with a man like Fisher getting away with a stunt like this.
Me too, Casey.
Sometimes I'd like to take the law into my own hands.
What?
Well, honestly, Mr. Reed, isn't that the only way to catch these crooks?
Oh, Casey, hold on. There's only one gent who can get away with that stuff.
That's the
And you
Green
don't
Hornet.
look like the Green Hornet to me. Am I right, boss, or am I right? Huh?
He says I don't look like the Green Hornet, Mr. Reed.
Guess nobody listens to me around here.
No, I heard you, Lowry.
Who are you?
I was just thinking.
It was just vicinity.
That evening, while Brett Reed was in his apartment, he spoke to Cato, his valet, and the only living man to
valet.
know that Brett Reed is really the dreaded Green
Not a
Hornet.
valet. It's a
That's the
valet.
whole story, Casey.
I know every
Fisher has his
time.
tracks covered from every angle.
Did you say Tito?
No good, Cato.
Oh, you did say
Those two
Cato.
could be
Okay.
charged with the crime of damaging the streetcar. Even if they were picked up, it wouldn't have to catch Fisher. Why not? There's no actual evidence to connect him with Fisher. He could deny he ever heard of them. You look for something? Writing paper. Here it is.
Here's ink.
No, I don't want this ink. There'll be some of the other in this drawer. Yeah, here we are. I want the mask and gun, Cato. The car. Is the Black Beauty ready?
Yes, sir.
Quite a job disguising my handwriting. Now, seal on the bottom.
Placing the letter in his pocket, Brett Reed went through a secret panel in his clothes press. Cato, he within the walls of the apartment house. Then must have housed the sleek black car of the Green.
Ready? All right, get in.
Once more, the powerful black car roared through the city streets, carrying the Green Hornet on his errand of justice.
Errand of justice. Can't be a covert errand of justice, not with that friggin' engine.
I know, right?
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green
Not too
Hornet
big
adventure.
on stealth, are
Before the
you
next
there,
exciting
Green Hornet?
scene, please permit us to pause for just a few moments.
That was only one moment. You need a few more?
At least there's some actual tension in this music.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they skipped the commercials.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Which is okay. I mean, I actually like this song.
Flight of the socially awkward bumblebee.
Right?
Now, to continue our story. A serious accident on the trolley line increased agitation to replace the streetcars with buses. Although the streetcar lines were blamed for the accidents, Britt Reed had reason to believe that they had been engineered by Fisher, who was out to grab the bus franchise. When ordinary methods failed to pin the guilt on Fisher, Britt Reed assumed the role of the Green Hornet to bring the criminal to justice.
Father, it's late. You should be asleep.
I can't sleep, Sally. Tomorrow the council decides on the bus franchise. They'll vote against me.
Dad, they can't throw away all you've worked for. The streetcar lines are the finest in the country.
Not anymore, Sally. Not when people are hurt through my neglect.
Oh, it's not your doing, Dad.
It's my responsibility.
Oh, Dad.
Fisher will get his franchise. Put me out of business.
Here's something to make you sleep.
Leave it on the night's table, Sally.
There. The lights are out, too. Good night, Dad.
Good night. No good thinking about it.
The
Might as well
streetcar
do as
can't
Sally
go
says.
everywhere. There
I'll
shouldn't
open the window
be
first.
any real conflict.
Fresh
between
air.
the two.
Don't move, Hanson.
That darn Hornet.
Who are you? What are you doing out there?
Mind that. Take this letter.
Aye.
Take it. That's better. Now listen, Hanson.
I'm not listening to the mask. You're the Green Hornet.
You'll do as I say, or let you have some of this gas.
I'm the blue bonnet.
And letter tells you what to do, Hanson. You can take it or leave it.
Suppose I refuse.
Read it first and then decide. If you want to go on running your trolleys, you'll do as I say.
Angela, are you singing?
I am. Sorry, they kept saying streetcar, and it made me think of Meet Me in St. Louis.
Ah.
And the ace of spades. That's 40 smackers you owe me, Ethel.
Shut up and deal.
Regular sucker, ain't you? Next thing you know, you won't have none of that dough Fisher gave you.
Put the cards down, Moran.
Huh?
Who's butting in?
Well, the guy's masked.
Keep your hands on the table.
Hey, I know who you are. That mask you're wearing. You're the Green Hornet.
The Hornet. Let me out of here. I ain't hanging around.
Back in that chair and listen. You two, Atwell.
We ain't done nothing to you.
You two are experts
the
on
purple
fixing
peekaboo.
streetcars, aren't you?
Now, wait a minute.
That's all I know
The
about you
purple
two.
pumpernickel. Come
Cut it
on.
out, Atwell. This guy's the Green Hornet. We ain't fooling with him. Okay. Sure, we're the guys that
Come on,
done a
it's
job
not
on
the
them
Scarlet
trolleys.
Pimpernel.
Fisher's orders,
What was
eh?
the name of the
Listen,
cartoon
Bonnie, you heard
superhero
me.
on the Cosby Kids show?
You know it all anyway. What's the sense of asking?
Bill.
Sure, it was Fisher.
I don't know.
Hey, who you calling?
I'm calling your
Fred
boss.
Albert.
For what?
He's going to meet us at the car barn.
I know
We
what
ain't
you
going to the
mean,
car barn.
and
Well, I
I
want
can't think
conversation
of
from you
it.
two. I'll ask for it.
Yeah, but we
don't move, understand?
I'm sure somebody in the live channel saying.
Gun has gas enough to take care of both
Let's
of you.
see.
Hello, Fisher. This is the Green Hornet talking.
Because I can't remember.
That's what I said, the
Oh, I
Green
used to
Hornet.
know that Fat Albert in the gang always
Right,
used to
come here.
run home to watch.
Me?
Fisher's on the other end of this phone. He doesn't believe it's the Green Hornet is calling. Convince him.
Hello, boss? Yeah, this is Moran.
This is the lavender lip
Hello,
gloss.
right,
speaking.
And get this, Fisher. I'm going over to the cart
And
barns
the
with these
Scarlet
two
Pimpernel.
stoozes of yours.
Remember, the flagon with
Yes,
the
tonight.
dragon is the brew that is
Expect
true.
to meet you there inside
Says
half
Gilliard.
an hour. Never mind why.
Oh,
You expect
wow.
that bus franchise of yours to go through, you'll be there. Now, your
The
whole
vessel
scheme will
with the
be
pestle
blown
or the
higher
flagon
than a
with the
kite.
dragon? I
You
get
can't
those
do this,
confused.
Hornet. You can't make us go over there.
You heard what I said. Get moving.
Not on your life.
In that case, I'll call the police. They'll be glad to know who's responsible for that trolley trouble. Hold on. The cat's Betty. Now, you're being smart.
They'll be glad to know we love alliteration
with you,
around
Hornet.
here.
Remember one
Raleigh
false
trouble.
move
You
and
won't
you're...
need the rod, Hornet. We're going.
All right. Come on, you rats, march.
He's a newspaper writer. Alliteration was big in headlines back then. When they actually took time to make a decent headline.
Yeah. Instead of putting the entire first sentence of the article in the headline.
That was pretty slow tonight, Lowry. Nothing but a couple of disturbing the peace charges, stuff like that.
Well, as long as I'm covering the police news, I might as well keep hanging around. Never can tell when something's going to pop.
That's what we're here for. Say, whatever happened to that big lug that used to work for
Never
Mr.
can
Reed?
tell when something's going to pop.
You mean
When I
my
stand
gangster
up,
dog?
when he
Who else
pops,
would
does
I
that
be
count?
The way that guy used to get in my hair. Him and his theories. And every last one of them wrong.
The boss got a letter from him the other day. He's out west.
Oh, he is, eh? Well, all I hope is he stays there.
Don't bank on it too much, Doyle. He may come back before...
Police headquarters. Sergeant Doyle speaking.
Police, this is Hanson, president of the Street Railways.
Yeah? What's wrong, Mr. Hanson?
Earlier this evening, I got a letter from the Green
What
Hornet.
is that name? Did you say Green Hornet?
Holy mackerel, Doyle.
You say
Hi,
Green
Lowry.
Hornet?
Keep talking, Mr. Hanson.
I prefer to have you come out here to my place at once. It's on the corner.
I know where it is. A squad car will be out there with me in it. What's up?
I'll explain that when you arrive.
Okay. The Green Hornet, is it? Well, here's where the Hornet loses his sting.
That's what you think, Doyle. I want to be around when you try.
Say, listen, Hornet, what's the idea of that one of me doing a job on this trolley?
Yeah. Don't tell me you're working the same racket that Fisher's been doing.
Keep working. You'll learn no reason soon enough. Hard work using this file with only a flashlight to give us light. Put some soap on that file. I don't want any unexpected visitors.
What's the difference? The regular car barn's on the next block. Repair shop's empty after midnight.
Sure, nobody's going to butt in. Nobody could even hear us. Hey, you turned off the flashlight. We can't see nothing. Quiet.
Must be Fisher, Hornet.
Keep quiet. Don't either of you try to move. I can see your figures plainly against the window.
Right, Atwell. Where are you?
That light. It's blinding me. Beside the others, Fisher. What? The water, Fisher. He's got us. I knew that phone call would bring you down here in a hurry. So it is true. The phone call did come from the Green Hornet. I told you. I wasn't sure, but I couldn't chance it.
He made us
What do
come
you
down here.
want? Stop that range up, well. That's better. Keep your hands high. What are you after, Hornet? Is it money? You see these, Fisher? Huh? Green Hornet stickers. Yeah, you're in a spot, Fisher. Suppose I plaster this trolley with these stickers. Put them all over. Go ahead. That has nothing to do with me. No. The city council will think the Green Hornet caused the streetcar accident. Hanson will be vindicated. What will happen to your bus franchise then? Let the streetcars go on running. Exactly, Fisher. Hornet, I'll give you 20,000. I want more than that. 30,000 if you forget this. I don't mean money, Fisher. All I want from you is your signature. My signature? Either you confess your part in these trolley crashes or those stickers go on. Well, whichever I do, I'm finished. Right. Either way, you lose. He's got you, boss. You're bluffing, Hornet. Am I? What can you possibly get out of it if I confess? Nothing, personally. Only the satisfaction of knowing that your dirty scheme has been ruined. Better hurry, Fisher. The police will be here any minute. The cops? Hey, what? You're not serious. All right, Fisher, the stickers go on. No, wait, I'll sign. Give me time to get away before they come. Here. The pen's right here in my pocket. Here's the confession. Pretty sure of yourself, weren't you? Hurry. Turn the flashlight on a minute, Hornet, so I can see what I'm...
You said flashlight.
Gun! Stand back, Hornet. I was reaching for my
No,
pen.
he said flashlight.
Get a shoulder
All right.
holster, huh? You can't get away with this. I am getting away with it. Drop that gun of yours. I said, come on, drop it. Yeah, Hornet, we'll get you out of this place before any police arrive. All right, Aswell, grab him. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Listen to me, Fisher. You listen to me, Hornet. You're going to... You... What? Yes. Fisher, now for you two.
He's listening to everybody. Who's doing the talking?
Yes. Hold him around. Let me get him. No, you're not. Now you take care of him. I've got the ran. My arm.
The hell just happened?
I think the Hornet
You were
got
here.
somebody.
Fisher's gassed. He's too knocked out. You used jujitsu on Atwell, huh?
Yes, sir. I was behind the trolley.
Sorry, that was the other.
He was a jujitsu. I knock him out real good, boss.
Rand and Atwell will be coming to in a minute. Quick, pick up
I
that
get
gun.
Eggroll now?
Very well. We'll leave this confession beside Fisher. It's not signed, but I think it'll serve the purpose anyway.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll get back in the shadows beside that window and see what happens. Come back here with me. There's no light bottom spot.
Oh, my. Here, that letter with the pink here beside the trolley.
Here they are. Turn those flashlights this way.
Hey, these two mugs have been stopped. They're knocked out. Doyle, here's Fisher.
Fisher?
Yeah. Chumps codfish. He's been gagged.
Officer, these two men are Moran and Atwell. They work in the repair shop.
Dirty work, I'll bet. Look at this. The axle on this trolley's filed almost all the way through. He's coming around.
Listen, Hornet. Don't tell the cops. Hornet. Go on, Atwell. Keep talking. The cops. You and Moran did this job, didn't you?
Hey, spill it, Atwell. You're in too deep already.
Yeah. But we was working for Fisher. That's how. Fisher's the guy. How? I tell you, Fisher paid us to wreck all them trolleys. And you'll swear to that in court? Sure, I will. Sure. Moran, too.
Does this mean Fisher will be implicated?
Implicated? Mr. Hanson, Fisher will be convicted. He might have got away with it before, but now that we found him here with these two rats...
Yeah, right in the middle of another job. He's sunk, Mr. Hanson.
Hey, Sergeant, look at this. I found it next to Fisher's body.
Hey, give me that. That's for the police, Lowry. What the...
Hey, it's a confession, but... It isn't signed.
Don't worry. It will be when we get Fisher down to headquarters. Take those legs out.
Oh, my jaw. Come on, you. Grab the other one, Joe. Yeah, we'll come back for Fisher later. Well, there you are, Hanson. You don't have to worry about the bus franchise when this hits the front page.
What gets me is what happened to these guys.
What do you think, Doyle? The Green Hornet.
Huh?
If I hadn't followed the instructions in that letter, we'd never have caught Fisher.
What do you mean, Mr. Hanson?
His letter told me to call you. At first, I wasn't going to trust him. Then I thought it over.
Hey, we haven't seen that letter yet.
It was such a rush.
You got it with you?
Yes, I think so. It's in longhand.
Longhand?
Give, Hanson. Maybe that handwriting can be traced.
Sure it is. But I doubt if you can trace it.
I'll take that.
When I first looked at it, the handwriting seemed to be disguised.
Come on, Doyle. Come on, open it up.
Hey, there ain't no
Disguised
writing
as
on this
what, a hot
page.
wand?
It's blank.
Maybe you need glasses, Doyle.
I tell you, it's blank. Look.
Well, what do you know?
I'm positive there was writing on that paper before.
Well, there ain't any now. All there is this here Green Hornet seal in the corner.
Doyle, I get
Disappearing
it.
ink.
Disappearing ink.
Disappearing ink?
Yeah. Try and trace that. Man, that Green Hornet thinks of everything.
And I thought I had me hooks on it.
What's that?
The Hornet's car.
There, out the window.
That's him, all right.
And there he goes.
Ah, if it wasn't for that car.
Look at it travel. Well, Doyle, I guess the Hornet still got his sting. But don't worry, your name will go in the papers anyway.
Yeah, that's right. I nabbed Fisher and them too.
And with a little help. Got a phone around here I can use, Mr. Hanson? The Sentinel's going to get an earful of front page stuff. And
Damn. That guy can't catch a damn break.
Nobody could catch a damn breath.
Right? Holy crap.
Words and edgewise and all of that stuff.
I mean, holy crap. At least wait for somebody to finish talking before you start saying your line. Holy schmoly. Jeez. Okay, now we come to the part of the show for one of our supporters named Ghost Dog. His favorite old-time radio show is The Shadow. We are now on episode 18. Thank you very much for your monthly support, Ghost Dog. Now we have episode 18, The White Legion.
Okay.
Oh, God, we're going to get canceled.
We had a good run.
Right?
Shadow knows.
The Shadow
That laugh.
That guy takes his laugh on a roller coaster ride every
Blue
episode.
Coal Dealers present radio's strangest adventurer.
It's because of the blue coal.
Mystery man who strikes terror into the very heart
Yeah.
of shops.
It's not a laugh. He's actually coughing.
Today, Blue Coal brings you the Shadow's latest adventure, the White Legion.
We get that a lot with blue coal addicts.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment, our last adventure with the Shadow for this season will begin. In the meantime, let's give a thought to the special heating problems of the spring season.
Oh, here we go.
Springtime means warm days, cool days, showers, and uneven temperatures that bring colds and sniffles. So guard against
Did
uncertain
he say
weather.
colds? Oh, colds
Burn
and
blue
sniffles. I
coal
thought he
in your
said colds
heating
and
plant.
sniffles.
For blue coal protects
Oh
against
my God.
varying temperatures. Its harmless blue color is your guarantee of steadier, more dependable heat at less cost.
Enunciation
So
is
when you're buying
important,
fuel,
people.
insist
Yes,
on
it is.
Blue Coal, Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. Order a trial ton from your nearest Blue Coal dealer tomorrow.
and listen for the Shadow's important message at the end of the program.
I'm sure a nice fire helps when you're dealing with those symptoms too, though.
Well, yeah.
Smith, will you bring me those papers?
Yes, Mr. Devons.
Which one of you is William Devons?
Right here. What can I do for you?
We want you, Devons. To
Huh?
Drop that ledger and get your hat. I've got you all covered. Stand up against the wall.
Oh, they've got masks on.
Let go. Hey, what do you mean barging into my office?
They've all got masks on. Okay, they're the bad guys, guys.
And we go in wherever we have business.
Yep,
Move.
yep,
Why
yep,
you?
yep.
Shut up. Now the rest of you stand back. We're the White Legion, and Mr. Devons is going to learn a lesson he'll never forget.
How bleach works.
Right.
The prisoner, William Devons, has confessed his part in a conspiracy against the sacred institutions of the White Legion. We give him to the All-High Commander.
Let the accused know his fate.
Have you anything
One
to say,
of
Devons?
us.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Kill me. I've got a wife and children.
Silence.
Go,
Please,
dog.
let me
Go.
go.
Finest
Give
go.
him another taste of the whip.
That doesn't sound like a whip. It sounds like a paddle.
Now secure the
Is
prisoner.
this a hostage situation or a
and
honeymoon?
send him
What's going on?
Don't. Open the trap.
Oh.
Ah!
Woo!
I can't do it. I blow everyone's eardrums out.
Well, glad to find you in, Margot. And up. How about a little shopping with me this morning?
I'd love it, Lamont. But isn't 10 o'clock a trifle early for you?
Not this morning, at any rate. Already paid a call on Commissioner Weston on my way over. Poor man's up to his neck as usual.
What's the trouble now?
Well, he's got quite a few things on his mind, one of them being William Devons.
William Devons? Isn't he the chief of the Bureau of Market?
He was. This morning, his body was found far out at sea, bound hand and foot, and apparently thrown from a ship.
Oh.
Peculiarly atrocious murder.
Good heavens, Lamont. Any clues?
So far, none. Another thing bothering the commissioner is the matter of this White Legion.
The White
Yes.
Legion?
It's a band of men calling themselves Avengers of Injustice, who are taking the law into their own hands, terrorizing, assaulting, and abducting, often in broad daylight and in the most unexpected places.
That's strange. I haven't seen anything about it in the papers.
So far, it's been kept out of the papers, but in spite of that, enough has gotten out so that demands are being made of Weston that something be done immediately.
Poor Commissioner Weston. He seems to have his hands full.
And on top of all that, young Alton Parker's life has been threatened. He's the assistant district attorney, you know.
His life threatened? Why?
Well, Parker is prosecuting the case against Red Collins, the gangster accused of killing Boss Houseman a couple of months ago. The trial comes up this week. No, it's all sinister politics, I suppose. Weston seemed to think the White
Sinister
Legion was mixed up in that, too.
Then the White Legion has some connection with
Politics?
politics?
Possible. However, if we're going to start suspecting
Well,
people,
I
we
mean,
could begin
there
at
are
the top of the City Hall
non-sinister
crowd and
politics.
go to the bottom. It's Weston's
Just
problem,
people
not
have
ours.
forgotten.
Want to go shopping with me?
Why not? What are we going for?
Oh, a little exercise and a few shirts. Come along.
A few what?
Shirts.
Stop for exercise?
Linens and embroidery the next aisle over, madam.
Look, darling, don't you think this airplane luggage is just the thing for our trip south?
Oh, it's nice, dear. But I can't seem to enthuse about this trip somehow, Alton. We've planned so many times before, and now this latest development. Oh, I'm terribly worried, dear.
Oh, now, please, Helen. District attorneys are always getting threatening letters. They don't mean a thing.
Yes, but
And Mr. Lawrence promised just as soon as this Red Collins case is finished, I can pack up and go. We start trial tomorrow. It can't last more than a week.
I know. I'm sorry to be so spineless. Alton,
What's the matter, dear?
those the men I saw when we came in the store.
White
They're coming this
Legion,
way.
black and brown
Don't
Legion
let
are in
my
backup.
There's a gun in my pocket. Shut up, we'll come along.
Keep your mouth shut, Mrs. Parker.
Good one,
Stand right here.
Rosebud.
What are you trying to do? The White Legion wants to ask you some questions, Parker.
Is that so? Well, take this.
All right, stand back, all of you. This is an arrest. Drag him out.
Stand back, I'm a lifeguard.
He arrested somebody. See his wife. Think she's fainted.
Stand back. I'm a vigilante and I'm doing something illegal in broad daylight because I'm stupid.
They put that guy in a car and drove off with him. The cop at the corner went after him.
Will somebody please look after her? I'd better phone the police.
She all right, Margot?
I think so. Lamont just fainted.
I beg your pardon. This must be her husband's briefcase. Papers scattered all over. I'll pick them up.
Here, let me help you.
It must be.
Oh, my husband. Save him.
There now.
Save him.
They've notified the police.
Oh
Who is your
dear.
husband?
He's the assistant district attorney.
Oh, dear.
Alton Parker.
Alton Parker.
Did she
Those
just
men
say
have
he's
away.
dead, hon?
They're from the White Legion.
I know.
I heard them say it. Oh, please do something.
Will you come to the first aid room, madam?
The hell
They're
is
sending over
wrong with
detectives.
you? He's dead, hon.
Oh, you're so weird.
Well, excuse me, Mrs. Parker.
I'm Hardney Clays, owner and publisher of the Globe. Is this your husband's briefcase?
Yes.
Well,
This
I'll
is my
be
partner,
glad to
Luke
deliver it to the
Bowles.
district attorney's office if you say so. There may be valuable papers, you know.
Oh, yes, if you will, please. Thank you, Mr. Clay.
Now, if you come right this way, please, Mrs. Parker.
Thank
Excuse me, Mr. Clays.
Oh, who are you?
My name is Mount Cranston.
Oh, well, what do you make of this?
If what she says is true, it's more of the White Legion's handiwork.
Oh, you think so?
I understand they were mixed up in the murder of Boss Houseman.
Oh, that's pure hearsay. There was no real evidence.
Still, Red Collins is going to trial for shooting Boss Houseman, and Alton Parker is slated to prosecute. It all hangs together, doesn't it?
Well, I suppose so.
It all
Anyway, I
hangs
intend
together.
to take this matter up editorially in my paper this very afternoon. The Globe
Well,
has
how
kept
does it
away
hang?
from the
From,
White
like,
Legion up
he's
to now.
flying
So
on
much
the
politics
ceiling,
mixed up in it, you know.
Andrew
Yes,
News,
I
what?
know.
Yes, but this is terrible. I'll see what Commissioner Weston is doing about it. Well, I must go along now. Oh, wait, let
You
me
should
see.
fire that
Is
cold
that paper
bitch
on the
and just
floor
say
out of this
he's
briefcase?
dead.
Yes? Oh. Seems to be nothing but a sales folder. Special today. White goods sale.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, I'll get this briefcase down to the district attorney's office. Glad to have met you, sir.
Very glad to have met you, Mr. Clays. Oh, there you are, Margot. Sure right now?
Yes, but suffering from shock, poor woman. Oh, this is an outrage, Lamont. You ought to do something. The shadow ought to do something.
I imagine you're right.
Where did you get those papers?
I think they fell out of Alton Parker's briefcase, and they're rather important, I believe. You see the title on them?
Yes.
Evidence, the State versus Red Collins.
But why are you...
They're shopping for
Oh,
charcoal,
I'm
not
beginning to
blue
see.
coal.
Yes. The Shadow is doing something about the White Legion, Margot. What's more, I expect to have a very busy afternoon.
Loving this music.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a message from the commander, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got it, Mr. Clays. S-U-N-M-A-R-2011. There you are, sir. I'll put it on your desk.
Thank you. Oh, see who that is at the door.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Clays.
Oh, yeah, here. I'll take this one. Thank you. A telegram for you, Mr. Clays.
Telegram. Well, what can this mean? Oh, yes. Congratulations on your splendid editorial in this afternoon's Globe. It was almost convincing.
What?
Signed, The Shadow.
What? The Shadow?
Stop trembling, you fool.
But if the Shadow is after
We'll
us...
take care of the Shadow just as we take care of the rest of them. He can't bluff me.
Wait. The door's opening.
Pardon the intrusion, Mr. Clays.
Are you... Who is that? Who speaks?
I am the one they call the Shadow.
He's here. In this room.
I've heard of you and your tricks, Shadow. Where are you?
Here, in the shadows. But don't be alarmed because you can't see me. I've only come for a short visit, Mr. Clays.
Why honor me with your presence?
As a newspaper editor, I thought you might like to hear the news.
For $1.
What news?
The White Legion is about to be exposed.
The White Legion. Exposed?
I presume you'll want to run an extra on that.
Why, yes, of course. I'm sure I'll be very pleased. Fair-minded citizens of this city and state can force an expose of that organization.
You sound like your own editorials, Mr. Clays.
If you're insinuating that I have some connection with the White Legion, you're very much mistaken.
I never insinuate, Mr. Clays. I simply wanted to keep you posted. The next time you hear my voice, Clays, be ready to run your extras. It will be the signal that the White Legion is doomed.
Before the Shadow continues its adventure, I want to give you a message from blue coal dealers throughout the country. As announced earlier, this is the final Shadow broadcast of the winter series. Blue coal dealers take this opportunity to express their
Now
great
word from
appreciation
Dr.
for the many
Itchy
letters they have received
Halfcracker.
praising these broadcasts. They are also deeply grateful to New England families who have favored blue coal with a volume of business which has created a sensation in the fuel industry in New England this winter. We are, of course, happy that so many families have learned through experience that blue coal, an American product, is Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. It is the
Yay.
best quality fuel that can be used. For not only is blue coal safe, clean, and convenient, it is economical, too. The Glen Alden Coal Company, who mine blue coal, have prepared it especially for home use. No wonder blue coal sales in New England have increased more than 28% this winter compared to the same period a year ago. You may be sure that the high standards of quality which have been responsible for this increase in business will be maintained at all times. So take a tip from Blue Coal families, and for better, more economical heat, switch to Blue Coal tomorrow.
I don't
Ask
want
for it by name. Order a trial ton from your nearest Blue Coal dealer. His name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
As opposed to
Red Robin.
or Green Hornet.
Yeah. Black Death. Wait. I guess that would be Black Lung if we wanted to
What
be in
makes you think
contact.
Cottony Clays is mixed up with this White Legion, Lamont?
A little deductive reasoning, Margot. I've noticed that since this White Legion stuff has broken the papers, Clay's paper, the Globe, has been deliberately playing it down. Clay's editorial policy seems to be that the atrocities of the White Legion have been greatly exaggerated.
It does sound peculiar.
Exactly. Clay seemed rather confused when I
Quite
appeared to him this afternoon
peculiar,
as the shadow.
indeed.
This may clean up matters.
What have you got there?
It's a copy I made of a memorandum that was on Clay's desk.
Let's see. Oh, what in the world does it mean, these two words? Convocation Water Chapel. Then this string of letters and numbers. SUNMAR 2011. Doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does. SUN is Sunday. MAR is March.
Yes.
And then 20 and 11, Convocation Water Chapel, Sunday, March 20th at 11.
But that's today.
Yes, probably at 11 tonight. And I have an idea that the Water Chapel is the place where they're holding Alton Parker prisoner. We're going to find out. Bring the car and meet me in the block next to Clay's house at 8 o'clock, Margot.
Yes.
If Clay's is going to that meeting, we'll follow him. Slow down, Margot. You want to get too close to Hartley Clay's car.
This fog rolling in. We'll be lucky if we don't lose them entirely. Can you see their car through the field glasses, Lamont?
Yes, it's turned down that side road toward the bay. There's a small shack on the edge of the water. The fog's getting heavier. Makes it hard to see.
That shack must be the place they call the Water Chapel.
Yes. It's apparently right on the edge of the channel. It goes out to sea. You better stop here, Margot. Let's get out.
All right, Lamont. There's a small inlet here.
Yes.
We can see better now.
So that fog doesn't get any thicker. There's a motorboat tied up the wharf. 3 cars parked nearby. Wait. Clays and the man with him are getting out. They're going toward the shack.
I don't see any light in the place.
Someone's opening the door. Yes, there's a figure dressed in a long white robe and a mask with a white cap on his head.
Oh.
We're going inside. Blush, that fog is getting so thick I can't see the place any longer.
What are you going to do now?
Somehow I've got to get out there. And I'd just as soon not go by the front door.
Oh, look, Lamont. This old rowboat lying in the inlet.
Good idea, Margaret. There seems to be only one oar, but I can paddle with that. This inlet apparently leads down to the channel.
Lamont, please be careful. There's a terrible current rushing out to sea, and in that fog you won't be able to see anything.
Oh, I'll be all right, but if you don't hear from me by 6 o'clock in the morning, get in touch with Commissioner Weston. Give him the location of this place and warn him to bring a few men with him.
Yes.
If I get what I expect, I won't need him.
What do you expect to get?
Enough evidence to wipe out the White Legion from top to bottom.
All right, Parker, get yourself ready to meet the judgment of the White Legion.
What judgment?
The judgment of death. I'll be back for you in a minute. Judgment of death.
Alton Parker.
Who's that?
Quiet. I am the Shadow. I've come to help you.
The Shadow?
Keep your chin up and do what they tell you. We'll see this through. Careful.
Step out, Parker, and follow me.
This meeting of the comrades of the White Legion will come to order. First offender, present the accused.
The accused stands before you, all High Commander.
First recorder, the prisoner, Alton Parker, having committed acts against the order of the White Legion, acts that we consider detrimental to the good of our city, we have signed his order of punishment. With the consent of the comrades, we give him into your hands.
Let the accused know his fate.
Alton Parker, have you anything to say?
Yes, I have. I was to have prosecuted a murderer tomorrow, a man known as Red Collins.
who by your help and instigation killed Al Hausman, your political rival. It's common knowledge that this White Legion of yours sides with the party in power at City Hall. And all your sanctimonious chatter about the good of our city doesn't fool anybody. Prosecuting criminals is my job. And if that prosecution endangers the lives and reputations of one political clique or another, it's no concern of mine.
Cut it short, Parker. You have 1 more minute.
I know why you're getting rid of me. Because your White Legion is mixed up in the worst scandal this state has ever known. And I know what that scandal is. If you, with your robes and masks, knew what that scandal is, you wouldn't be members of this gang. You should ask your leaders what kind of money-grafting racket they're running. Ask him, the one that sits there on his mock throne.
Who tore off my mask? You fool, get back.
Here it is, Commander. The strap broke.
I could have sworn I felt someone tear it.
Come to order, men. Stand the accused over the trap.
You are sentenced to die, Alton Parker.
You'll pay for this, all of you. There's a power beyond your reach that'll make you pay.
If you mean the shadow, when the time comes, we'll deal with the shadow in a way he won't forget.
Silence. Stand ready at the trap.
Give me that rope. I want to dispose of Mr. Parker myself. Ready?
The trap is ready.
Good. In another half hour, Alton Parker's body will be
Did they
far
just
at sea.
execute Goofy?
The vengeance of the White Legion
I
is
don't
now
know what
completed.
that was.
We've called the shadow's bluff.
But I'm almost certain that he is not dead.
Mr. Weston speaking.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Oh, it's you, Shadow.
This morning they're bringing Red Collins to trial for the murder of Boss Houseman.
Do you think I don't know
Please,
about...
Commissioner, this is urgent. The trial starts. Have a man stationed at each entrance to the courtroom. Don't let anyone in or out without your authority. And wait yourself by the main entrance. I think you'll have a surprise.
What's the idea? I'll do it if you tell me what...
I can't tell you anything more now, Commissioner, except this. If you don't do it, you'll regret it the rest of your life.
Well, I don't know what you're planning, but it better be good.
Oh, it'll be good, Commissioner. I'll promise you that. It'll be good.
It'll be better than anything you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Order in the court.
Your Honor,
Burger and a
I
milkshake.
request that this man who calls himself Red Collins be reprimanded for his insults to me, the district attorney.
Proceed with the case, please.
Very well. Collins, who paid you to murder Boss Houseman?
Defense objects, Your Honor. Objection sustained.
All right, Your Honor. Perhaps you'll answer this question, Collins. Were you ever a member of the White Legion?
I was not. I told you that once before already.
Defense requests that the prosecutor stick to the case in hand. The murder of Al Hausman.
The case in hand, as the defense and everybody else knows, goes far beyond the prosecution of this gangster.
Why,
I intend to prove, Your Honor, that this man Collins killed Al Hausman. But that Collins acted under the instructions of the notorious gang known as the White Legion. The same gang who caused the mysterious disappearance of my able assistant, Mr. Alton Parker.
Confine yourself to the case at hand. The district attorney seems to have some trouble doing that.
Yeah. Look at this note, Collins. Do you deny sending that to Houseman the day before he was killed?
Sure. I wrote the letter and sent it to him. I told you that once already, too.
Why? Why did you write him such a threatening letter?
To scare him into paying me the money he owed me. That's why. I told you that once, too.
Mr. Collins is lying.
Hey, who's that?
He can neither read nor write.
Who is speaking? I demand that he identify himself. Is there someone in this courtroom who wishes to be sworn as a witness? Where are you? Who are you?
I am the shadow, Judge Rusko. I have some unsworn testimony that may interest you. The men who paid Red Collins to commit murder are in this room. They are the leaders of the White Legion. They have secretly milked the city treasury of over $10 million in the past 3 years. Their hands are red with blood.
I protest at this ridiculous procedure.
One of those men is sitting here in this courtroom. His name has been honored in the past. But he is a murderer.
Silence, I tell you.
Who is it? Tell us who it is. His name is Hartney Clays,
Dun.
sanctimonious crusading editor who used his influence and position to learn the movements of the law and keep suspicion away from himself.
If there is any
I wonder if the
disturbance,
Green
I
Hornet
will order
works
the
for
courtroom
him.
Clear.
Judge Roscoe,
Yes,
I insist this part be concluded. If this shadow accuses me, let him present evidence.
The evidence is ready.
Order. You are making a fuss of this court of justice, whoever you are. If you don't stop, I will
Making
suspend the
a
hearing.
fuss? Are you my grandfather?
I have talked enough. I now call your attention to the young man who was just entering the door with Commissioner Weston.
Parker. It's Alton Parker. It's Parker. The assistant district attorney that disappeared.
Now you just need to drink some of that and sigh deeply,
Trial won't be
and you're a
suspended
perfect
until I
advertisement.
present the evidence for conviction. You couldn't find that evidence, could you, Mr. Clays? It wasn't in my briefcase. Killing me wouldn't have destroyed it, because it's right here. After I was kidnapped in the store, these papers were sent to Commissioner Weston. Enough evidence to send Red Collins to the electric chair, to put an end forever to this murdering gang of hypocrites who call themselves the White Legion. I order the arrest of Hartney Clays. Commissioner Weston.
Right here, Mr. Parker. Stick out your hand, Clay.
You realize what you're doing?
Yes, I'm slipping a pair of handcuffs on you, mister. You'll be locked up and charged with the murder of William Devons, among others.
Go to it, Parker. Run out the rat. I relinquish the bench. Just a moment, sir. Now I move a suspension for the presentment of new charges to the grand jury. Those charges will show that the city funds have been tampered with. They will name the 6 leaders of the White Legion, including its all-high commander, the brains and moving force of its murderous atrocities, the man who sits on the bench at this moment, Judge Matthew Roscoe.
Here we are, all of you. The doors are guarded. Sergeant, have your man place Judge Roscoe under arrest, and all 4 men at the defense table.
Right, sir. Come on now. Quiet, please. Quiet. There's one thing more. I want to pay this public tribute to the one who, more than any other, is responsible for this triumph of justice. The one who calls himself the Shadow.
My fellow citizens, I thank you. But let me remain a voice that wakes the guilty conscience, brings terror to the wrongdoer, and comfort to the oppressed. Know me only as the Shadow.
You're not funny, Shadow.
Now let me sound like the villain by doing this evil cackle laugh.
Yeah. The question of placement and context.
Okay, I get to be Mitch for this one. Angela, what did you like about the Adventures of Nero Wolfe?
The banter was fantastic. The delivery was excellent. It was a really clever story. I just used everything. Sorry, guys.
And what do you think about it, Zed?
I was having a little bit of trouble tracking it. I might need another couple of episodes to form a good opinion.
Okie doke. How about you, Mitch?
I'm more familiar with the television versions, so I've got the gist, but I don't know. It's on radio. It's a completely different dimension.
It is. It really is.
And I'm undecided.
Okie doke. For you guys in the chat, once again, hopefully everybody got their links ready because Mitch Lee, what you got going on for this week?
Same as last week. Got Minions of the Zoo at 11 o'clock tonight. And well, that's
and we have Angela's
What
phone
is
buzzing.
that?
It's Angela's phone buzzing.
I'm sorry.
Is that a bat signal? What the hell happened?
Yeah, it was just the wrong times.
And
Sorry.
somehow I managed to close the link to the actual stream again. Jesus.
It's a spreadsheet, a calculator. It's the super accountant. Dun, dun, dun.
And for some people, it's a game console.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, let me pull it up again.
To be fair, I'm a bookkeeper, not an accountant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know how this stuff works.
I tell you guys to have these things ready.
Oh, I have the links ready. It's just because it's so hot, I closed tabs.
Oh, okay.
I
And I
was gonna
just opened
say
the wrong tab. Fuck.
in
Angela, tell
retrieval
us
of
what's
the
going on.
link here. Okay. All right. Speaking of bookkeeping, I have just started my business and I'm currently seeking clients. So in the meantime, I do need a little bit of assistance with things like a bus pass and telephone and wonderful life necessary things and business necessary things now. If you could help me out, the link I just posted is for my GoFundMe. Donate, share, ask the Easter Bunny. Any assistance you can give is appreciated always.
Yep. And we have somebody in the panel today that is trying to enter the workforce once again, and he needs a little bit of your help too. Zed, post your link, dude.
Much appreciated. As Maddie just said, I don't talk about it much, but I am in the process of heading back into the grind after quite a long period of time of being a little too sick to do so. So pretty much anything from bus fare to cigarette money would help out.
Yep. Mitch, you ready yet?
Oh yeah, I figured it out now.
Okie doke.
Let's see. There we go. Minions of the Zoo tonight in space, because that's where we go. And of course, Never Watch Alone on Thursday at 5 p.m. Watching a movie called At the Earth's Core, which is a cheese-tastic fun fest. Well, the cheese part I got right.
How fun it is up to us.
And I'm going to put this link in the chat. If you click on that link, it will take you to the page on my website that'll let you know what next week's programming is. And the week after that is to be announced, which means anybody has any ideas for requests, just DM me on Twitter or through Discord. You have until next Monday to put in your requests so I can put the schedule up on the website for the following week. If you wish for me to play a favorite old-time radio show of yours, like I am doing Ghost Dog from beginning to the very end, either tipping the stream, because yours truly is still doing the whole cancer thing because the stupid idiot is illiterate and won't move out. Boy, it has torn up the drapes, man, rerouted the plumbing. It's a whole mess. So if you do even a one-time tip or even monthly, I will play your show from beginning to end because any support is appreciated. And after we have said all that, it is time for us to bid adieu. We have knocked another show out of the rotation, so Fibber McGee and Molly is gone. So next week, we will have, if I remember correctly, according to the website, next week's lineup is CBS Theater Fall of the House of Usher.
Ooh.
Little Orphan Annie, the Tin Box, and The Shadow Unto Death Do Us Part.
Groovy.
So
I am excited.
Yeah, so that's next week's lineup. Join us then. And as I like to say, same bat time, same bat channel. Monday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Say goodbye, everybody. It's time to go.
Glad to see you.
Bye. Have a good week.
And remember, it's only a crime if the cops see it.
Exactly.